Part of what makes us love where we live is the community around us, the people and businesses that we encounter on a daily basis that just align with the way we live our lives and make us proud to call it home. Hello, welcome back. We're in a little bit of a different setting today because recently I started working one day a week at a home decor and lifestyle boutique in the most beautiful historic downtown area, and I'm at work today. Unfortunately, it's a little bit slow, so I figured I'd capitalize on the downtime and share with you this super cute store that I work at. All of our fall products just came in, so I've got to do a little bit of a window refresh and maybe do some merchandising around the store. So I figured it'd be fun to bring you along as I just play with some beautiful things and start introducing fall into the store because that's what's happening outside. First of all, is this not like the cutest downtown area? My yoga studio is over there. And then we've got this beautiful church just off the corner. And then our storefront is just right here. You can see the window displays that I did like 2 weeks ago. I was going for like a soft yellow introduction to fall. That magnolia branch up there is like fallen down out of place. It's been picked over as things have been shopped, thankfully. So time for a refresh. As soon as you step up into the store here, it's just like so cozy. We're kind of divided into two rooms. If you can see here, this is a historical building. So these are all like the existing architectural features. And then when the store opened, I think 2 months ago now, it was a super fun opportunity to like play with all of the beautiful items that we carry and then the architecture that already exists. But I love how you walk in and this Chesterfield sofa greets you and this little chest here. And it's the perfect opportunity to show how the items can be styled like you would style it on a coffee table in your house, or right now it's piled full of pillows because we just got all of them in, but like you could show a little styling moment and how to use the products. Plus there's like this console table here that's used to display products. That's like similarly in a living room, you might have a console table behind your sofa. And then we've got a whole wall full of products on this side. And over here, I've got a shelf up there we can kind of play with, but because of the radiator and the two windows, we get to be a little creative with our merchandising. I love this front part of the store because it doesn't feel like you're being slapped in the face with products at a home decor store, you know? Like, yes, we have shelves over here, but it feels like a little room and like it's asymmetrical. It's not like lined with products on either side. I mean, it is, but it doesn't look like you're just lined with shelves of product. Sorry, I gotta get my hair off the microphone. So it's just very welcoming to like walk into like a living room set, you know? Anyway, the fun continues in the back of the store because as we continue around the sofa, we have this beautiful architectural detail of these like half wall shelf situations with the doorway in the middle and it just like opens up. And like when I saw them renovating the space before the store opened, I was like blown away just by the architecture in here. But we continue through here and the back of the store is kind of the reverse of the other side because all of the shelves and everything are over here on this side and the windows and radiator are set a little bit further back. And then on this side, right now we kind of have it as like a faux floral bar and then like the sale stuff in the back, but like we have a whole blank wall. And I love how when they set it up, they did not just repeat the shelving there. I really appreciate personally the variants. And then we do have a little sales table that you would typically see at the front of the store, but I love how welcoming the couch is and it pulls you back and then you get into the back of the store where this is styled. I did this little table setting when I did the windows a few weeks ago and it's super fun. I loved playing around with it, but a lot of it has sold. Like this was all candles before and you can see we have 3 little miniature candles left is just getting a little picked over, needs a little update. Still beautiful, but don't even get me started on this whole table, this antique table, just stunning. Y'all know I love my antiques, so love that too. I would love, if they would ever sell me that table, I would take it home. And then we have our little soap situation here. I use this dish soap. It's like a little like vegetable oil block situation. I've talked about Brandy Jackson here on YouTube on the channel before, and like for several years now, I've seen where she used it in her house, and I was like, that's pretty, but is that really like that practical? And then when Sand and Pine was doing pop-ups, because that's what they did before they had this boutique here, they were just online and did like occasional pop-ups. They had it, they convinced me to try it. I've tried it out. It's been like over 6 months, and I am still using the original soap block. It's got vegetable oil in it, so it's like, doesn't dry my hands out, works super well in my pots and pans. Like, the soap works. Brandy was onto something. And then I mentioned that antique table. Let me show you our checkout counter. Is this not the most stunning thing you have ever seen? They were looking for like a vintage cash and wrap situation. For the first couple months, the checkout was set up over here where this beautiful lemon orange situation that I absolutely love, that was further back in the store, and then the checkout was over here. And then they were looking for a vintage cash and wrap. I was keeping my eye out when I was going antique shopping, and one day I came in and the whole store had been moved around, and this beauty was sitting back here. And then we just got these lamps in. This is the first time I'm seeing them in person. Everything about this, like, I'm gobsmacked. I don't need a cash and wrap in my house, but like I want. And that's a little mini tour of the store. I really, really love how they put like the sofa coffee table situation up front. It wasn't like that when they first opened, but when they got the cash and wrap here and I came in, the store was rearranged and they moved that up there. I love how that just welcomes you in. It doesn't feel super salesy. It just feels like you're welcomed into somebody's living room. And then you come into the back where it's a little bit more merchandise and you're like, oh, this is the boutique. Like, I don't know if that was their intention with doing it, or if it was just coincidental in the way they laid it out when the cash and wrap came. But if it was accidental, it was a very happy accident, because I think it's so effective. And not to get too salesy with you, but I want to show you a couple of my favorite items here in the store, just so you can see why I fell in love with it as somebody who loves design and home decor and all that. Let me just show you a few beautiful things. First of all, like I mentioned, this lamp, they're brand new. They came in this past weekend, and because I'm only here one day a week, this is the first time I'm seeing it in person. It's not super, like, it kind of has a little bit of an antique-y feel because it's a ceramic pottery, but it does feel like more new-ish, like in that transitional style, and then styled the way they have it on top of this like wood furniture, just like this combination. I'm very happy to work next to. And then we have several fun like dining options. I love a good dinner party. If you go check out Sand and Pine's Instagram, I did a little tablescape dining party inspiration reel when I was here last week. So go check out their Instagram and see that for some more ideas. But I really, really love the dining pieces. They're some of my favorite items in the store. And I never thought that I would love an ice cream scoop so much, but these just came in the past weekend with all of our fall stuff. And like, do you see that gorgeous handle? And like, this, like, it's weighted, the weight of this, it's just like, feels so good in your hand. Like, I never thought I could be this in love with an ice cream scoop. Stunning. And then more like dining pieces, like I have this spatula, I have this little like spoon, spatula, whatever you want to call it. It's nice because it gets in the corner of your pan. Love that. And then on the other side over here, these are candle line. Now, when I first discovered Sand and Pine, when they were doing pop-ups, those are some of the first items that I bought from them were their candles. I think I've shown them here on the channel before, even if I haven't like explicitly highlighted them. I'm sure you've seen them in like B-roll and stuff because they're always what I burn. But it was really unfortunate because the people who were making their candles. That candle company, unfortunately, went out of business, and I was devastated because I loved their Mountain Meadow scent. Arguably one of the best candles I have ever smelled. And then at some other like local pop-ups in the area, there was a whole candle company separate from Sand and Pine called Bentley Candle Co. that I would buy candles from when Sand and Pine wasn't having their pop-ups. And her candles are so good. She has a brown sugar fig one. Amazing. Love it. And at one of their pop-ups, when I heard that their candle maker was going out of business, I had asked if they had ever heard of Bentley Candle Co. And one of the owners actually graduated high school with the owner of Bentley. And I had mentioned to them how similar the scents were, or not the scents, but like the vibe and the quality and just like the formulations. Like I could see Bentley's candles as well as their previous candle makers' candles. I could see them all being made by the same person. So I was like, oh, it's perfect. Anyway, worked out. And then they were able to switch over to Bentley. And then recently, the lady who owns Bentley Candle Co., she's local to the area, grew up here, has lived here her whole life. But like 3 weeks ago, she moved to Atlanta, Georgia. So the people who are local and were used to getting her candles wouldn't see her anymore at pop-ups. I mean, they could always order online if they wanted to, but we carry them. They are our new candle maker. So local people can come here and get candles and still support a local or native candle maker to the area. So I just thought it was really special. And whether it was because I, at a pop-up, mentioned Bentley or not, I'm gonna go with Sarah, that partnership came from me before I even worked here. So that's the story I'm gonna tell. At least. And then these brass taper candle holders here, if I did not have close to 100 brass taper candle holders at my house already that I decorate for Christmas and fall, I would buy these, but I unfortunately don't need them because I have so many. So this is probably close to the top of my favorites list from the store, but I go on. Everything in the store is my favorite. There's so many cute things in the store. These rolling pins, they're new. So many cute things in the store. I fell in love with this from their pop-ups. I'm so grateful to have been brought on when they opened up this space 2 months ago. Now, just share the background behind the store because I believe in their mission so much. It's one of the reasons I love interiors. It's things I try to bring into all of my client projects, and just like I said, it's part of the reason I wanted to work here to begin with. Sand and Pine was founded by 4 siblings. They all went in on it together. It was really a passion project for them to connect as siblings and their love of home that their mom instilled in them when they were kids. They've mentioned to me before about how growing up, even when, money was tough or, you couldn't go out and afford expensive furniture or decor and things like that, their mom, their aunts, their grandmothers always tried to make their homes feel as warm and welcoming and loving as possible, while at the same time understanding the value of good quality materials and investing in pieces as they could to acquire heritage pieces that can be passed down through a family. And now that they're all adults, they have some of those values of home and understand how to make a home beautiful without having to spend your entire life savings. Also, where to invest in quality pieces for their kids, meanwhile having some of those quality heritage pieces that their grandmothers, aunts, and mom passed down to them. I've met their mom. She's lovely. If you come in the store, if you're local and you come in the store sometime, I'm sure you will meet Nancy. She is the most fun. I can see where, as a family unit, the siblings and their mom, Nancy, just how much love and just like the feeling of home there is just in their dynamic, and they've really brought that into their store along with those values of home and quality and heritage pieces. Anytime I would come into their pop-ups and just chat with them, they treated me as part of the family. Like, just really great people who have a passion for home like I do. So when I saw that they were putting in an in-person brick and mortar permanent store. I was so excited and so fortunate that they were looking for a team. And so I'm here one day a week in the midst of, you know, client projects and YouTube videos and all of that. I now also do this, and it's been so fun to come in and play around and just be surrounded by beautiful things. I feel like in my business, I do a lot of the behind the scenes, logistical, building, paperwork, that whole situation. So it's a nice little vacation to come in, just be surrounded by some beautiful, pretty things and get to play around in a way that I don't get to all of the time in my business and I want to do more of. So now I get to. Now that you've seen the store, let's redo these windows. Last time I did these windows, my boss said that the only thing that had to stay were these crates because we don't have anything else to display. But she didn't say anything about that this time, so rather than ask for permission, I'm gonna ask for forgiveness, and I have a plan, so we're just gonna trust the process, and I hope she's okay with what I'm doing. My initial plan was to take this magnolia garland down, but I think I might try to reuse it. I was gonna put some artwork here instead, but I'm gonna see if maybe I can reuse this, maybe? Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Yeah, no. Maybe we're gonna have to do the artwork after that. We have several of these tables, pine table, whatever kind of pallet table, I don't know if they are, these tables. We have several of them throughout the store, and there's one not being used back here by the floral bar, so I think I'm gonna try to use that in the window. And then I'm gonna pull another one from somewhere else, and I think I can make the crates I'm taking out of the window work in the store for a little display. And if not, we have some additional stuff. I'm gonna make it work. This table is gonna work. I have a vision. In case you're wondering what inspired this whole window situation, it was this lamp. I based the whole thing off this lamp, so I just want to be able to display it in a fun way. I am absolutely in love with this plaid blanket. It's double-sided, so it's got like the plaid on one side and then like a buffalo check on the other. And I think we only have two of them, or at least I only saw two of them. One is mine and one is going in the window, so I hope nobody gets too attached to it. But we have matching pillows, so hopefully that will suffice for anybody looking for this gorgeous blanket. And I think like throwing it in this French market basket here in a way that shows off both sides could be nice. Yeah. I think like that, because you can see the buffalo check, you can see the plaid. I need to maybe I can throw one of the pillows in here with it to like show that we have both, since this is so empty. I thought I was gonna fill this out more. Okay, as you can see, The structure on both sides is roughly the same. We've got the same table and crate, and then on this side we've got the lamp mirroring the extra crate, you can see there, and then we've got the faux florals and the bases mirroring the blanket and pillow there. So like mirrored, but not exactly the same. So the vision is starting to come together. And with those structural elements in place, I can go in and start placing our fall products. I mean, I know we have like the lamp and the florals and we have a couple things in there, but now I can really go in and start merchandising, and like the structure and foundation is in place. So I can start playing around with like the pretty things and really make it come to life. And the windows are done. Now I tried to just, in addition to changing the layout, I tried to also update the color palette now that we're starting to actually get into fall. Instead of the lighter yellows like you have at the beginning of September, we started introducing those oranges and browns and a touch of red. So just a little bit more of a transition into fall while highlighting some of our new fall pieces that just came in. Now, there are a couple things in the windows I'm not super happy with that I might tweak next week that I come in. So if you have any tips or things you would change, please let me know in the comments below. I definitely like this one. I know you can't see the artwork, but I definitely like this artwork better with this whole situation than this one over here. It just doesn't fully work for me for some reason. I think it's more the color palette. I don't know. I need to play around next week. This one here just feels a little blank in this area. I mean, I know we have the mugs, but like it just feels a little empty there. And this one as a whole just feels a little bit more full. I wanted to use this artwork that we have in the store that we got in for fall, but we only have the one set and I wanted to do at least 2 of them in each window, and it's like a set of 3. So I had to scrap that idea and go for the arched ones, which is nice because it mirrors the arches in the store, but they're just not fully there for me. Like I like this one all as a whole more than this one, but I like the whole lamp situation. I don't know. I just need to play around a little bit more. I hope you liked this video. I know it was a little bit different. If you'd like to shop any of the items that you saw in the store, we ship, I don't know about worldwide, but countrywide maybe. So make sure to visit www.sandandpine.co, and I'm gonna chat with them and maybe I can get you guys a little 10% off discount code. I know they've done that in the past, so if I can, I'll insert that here somewhere and get you a little discount if you found something you liked. If you do buy anything from Sand and Pine, I'd love to hear what it is. I might even be the person that ends up packaging it for you, so let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I know this video is different, but if you want more home, interior, DIY, design content, make sure to subscribe if you're not already. Until next time, I'm wishing you all the best. My initial plan was to take this Magnolia. Hello? Hello?